Snap.fan have once again provided us with the data mines from the most recent patch. And we're getting a look at the September season in Snap. And it looks like it is a Symbiote Spider-Man season. We have new cards. We've got Symbiote Spider-Man, Silver Sable, Scarlet Spider, Madam Web, and Araña, which is, I believe, Spanish for spider. So yes, although Araña now goes by Spider Girl. So yeah, so it's interesting that they went with her original name. But I guess there's enough like spider hyphen characters in game, so they wanted to go with something a little different, which is fair enough. The season pass, Symbiote Spider-Man is a season pass card, and we get some variants for Miles and Spider-Man. They've data mined a new keyword, activate. Looks to be a keyword describing when you can trigger an action one time at a later turn, maybe even turn you play. Looks like it's a one-time trigger. Also appears to be a reference to activate costs, suggesting a future card may require you to pay an energy or more to activate the effect. That's really interesting. Magic has a lot of stuff like this as well. Like, to play this card, discard a card from your hand or destroy one of your minions or stuff like that in order to play a card. If this activate thing is what it sounds like, or the activate cost is what it sounds like, that could be something really interesting for Snap, where if you want to play this card, you need to discard another card from your hand or destroy one of your cards on board. And knowing Snap, that would probably be at random, not through choice. But that's really interesting and definitely, like I said, something different, something new for Snap, which would actually be really cool. So keen to find out more about this. We likely won't know more about this until we get closer to September, though. But yeah, definitely something to look forward to, which is always good. New borders. It's like, okay, we get distressed and matte colors. Okay, sure. Cosmic Black looks kind of cool. All right. New cards. So Araña is a 2/2 with activate. Give the last card you played +2 power and move it to the right. So that's really interesting. There could be a lot of synergy here with Craven, with Hercules even. So yeah, so potential new fitting in move cards, but also if the right location is a locked off location like Sanctum Sanctorum, Araña could be really good in that regard. My mind goes straight to Galactus. You play Galactus on somewhere, and then you Araña to move it to the right location with +2 power, and then he activates. That'd be great. And it's activate as the keyword as well. So this isn't like an on reveal. This is you play Araña and then activate them at a later time. So you play Araña on 2, play out the rest of your turns, and then perhaps on turn 6, you activate Araña to move the last card you played to give it +2 power and move it. At least that's my understanding of how activate works. It'll probably be like a tap the card like we have with Howard. You tap it to see what the next card is. Activate will likely be something like that. So potentially really cool there. Keep an eye on this card for sure. Madam Web, another new one. Ongoing, you can move one of your other cards away from here each turn. That's old Space Stone, is it not? I believe. Old Space Stone was move a card away from there. But this is an ongoing, and it's each turn, and she's a 2/3. So that's potentially quite strong, especially if you play her on a Hope Summers, or an Elsa Bloodstone lane, or a Angela lane. That's potentially really, really strong. Scarlet Spider, one of the other new cards. He's a 4/5 with activate again. Add an exact clone of this to another location. So that's really interesting. So you play this, you buff it up, give it all sorts of extra power and stuff like that, and then you activate it as like the last thing you do on turn 6, and it creates an exact clone of this to another location, and there's the clone. Really, really interesting. Silver Sable. Now, she was originally datamined as a 2/6, with you can only play this at a location where you have 6+ total power. But now she's a 1/1 with, on reveal, steal 2 power from the top card of your opponent's deck. So that would be the top card of your opponent's deck gets -2 power, and Sable gets +2. So very, very interesting, that one. And then we get Symbiote Spider-Man, who is the Season Pass card. He is a 4/6 with activate. Merge your lowest cost card here with this. Copy its text like it just revealed. That's kind of nuts. So you could, like, play Ironheart, play this, then activate this card, and it would merge with your Ironheart, and your Ironheart would go off again. Because copy its text like it just revealed. So Ironheart being an on reveal, so I would assume that the on reveal would happen again. That's my understanding of this card text. That is potentially really, really, really strong. And this is the Season Pass card too. So it looks like a September Season Pass is going to be a must get. Because this is just potentially really strong. Use it with a card like Sage, and then you have a big boy. Yeah, like, yeah, this has a lot of potential uses, and yeah, like I said, it's the Season Pass card, so this potentially has a lot of use. Moving on, looks like the October season is going to be a Venom Carnage season. We get Agent Venom, Anti-Venom, as if it's not confusing enough with Spider-Man, Symbiote Spider-Man, and Scarlet Spider. Now we're going to have Venom, Agent Venom, and Anti-Venom as well as a bunch of the other symbiotes like Misery, Scorn, Toxin, and Scream. It's going to be real interesting to see what all these cards do. And then also we get some newly referenced cards, Fenris Wolf, Frigga, and Malekith. Now, anyone that's played Marvel Duel knows Malekith and knows Fenris Wolf. Frigga is Odin's wife, if you are unaware. So it looks like this might be the November season. We're getting an Asgardian season. I'm like, Fenris Wolf is one of my favorite characters. Like, I'm a big mythology nerd. I love Norse mythology, and I've always liked the lore behind Fenris Wolf. He's one of my favorite cards in Marvel Duel. So I'm very, very keen to see what they do with Fenris Wolf in Snap. Very, very interested for that. We get some more reaction sets. Venom Carnage, which Venom and Carnage season. Some more updates for Deadpool's Diner. You'll be able to buy tokens with gold. Keys will also be a part of the reward shop. So there we go. Buy tokens with gold. Man, it's just getting more and more pay to win. This is disappointing to see. Way more pay to win. Way more pay to win. Skip over. I'm not going to click a random imager link. New locations. We get Brooklyn Bridge. You can't play cards here 2 turns in a row. That's kind of interesting. And then we get Otto's lab, which is Dr. Octopus's lab, for those that don't know. Otto is Otto Octavius, Dr. Octopus. The next card you play here pulls a card to the enemy side from their hand. So it's a mini Doc Ock. It only pulls 1 card from their hand to the location. That's kind of cool. New Conquest variant, Storm, which is really weird for a Symbiote Spider-Man season to have a Storm Conquest variant. Very, very strange. You'd think they'd have a Spider-Man variant or a Miles variant or Silk, you know, Spider-Ham. Not like they don't have other Spider characters in game. Makes no sense to have Storm be the Conquest variant for a Symbiote Spider-Man season. Very, very bizarre. All right, so they're the July spotlights. All this, and again, all of this is not confirmed. All of this is data mined, all subject to change, but it does give us an early look at the direction that the game seems to be heading in. But yeah, but all of this is subject to change, as always. So September. Obviously, there's still a card missing, but it looks like we get Mockingbird. Silver Sable released week 1 along with the Season Pass card. And Mockingbird in the spotlight as well. So this could be a potentially good spotlight cache to get. And then we get Madam Web along with Silk and Eliath, which is also really cool. Like, if you don't have Eliath, definitely still worth getting because it's still a good card. And Madam Web being really strong. If you're an Angela fan, you're going to want to get Madam Web. Absolutely. And then week 3, we get Aranya along with Miss Marvel and Sage. So another good spotlight cache here. Aranya being a very cool card. And then the last week, we get Scarlet Spider along with Scar and White Widow. White Widow being a very strong card and Scar being very useful as well. So looks like some good spotlight caches. You might want to be saving your keys for September. And then we get a bunch of new variants data mined. So we've seen all these. We get, that's a cool Annihilus. That's Alex Hawley Annihilus, I believe. Aranya gets, she gets a Spider-Girl variant, which is cool. Another awesome armor variant. Classic Beta Ray Bill, love it. Daredevil in the classic costume, absolutely love this too. Classic Destroyer as well. I love these classic cards. I need to collect all of them. Because like I used to own like a bunch of these comics like back in the day. Peach Momoko Gambit by the looks. Oh my god. Dan Hip Havoc is awesome. Absolutely love it. Max Grek, Hawkeye by the looks of things. Classic Hercules is amazing. The classic Kitty Pryde, that's fantastic. This is one of my favorite comics. Kitty's Fairy Tale. If you know your classic X-Men, you know Kitty's Fairy Tale. It's one of my favorite X-Men comics, so I'm absolutely getting this variant. Dan Hip Lady Deathstrike looks amazing. Definitely overdue for a manicure. That looks like Alex Hawley Man-Thing as well, which is fantastic. Some awesome Moon Knights, another awesome Nocturne. There's some great variants coming to the game. Iconic first appearance of the black costume. So fitting that they put this on Symbiote Spider-Man. But the interesting thing is, there's already a Spider-Man card, a Spider-Man variant of the Symbiote costume, which is the Todd McFarlane classic cover from Spider-Man 15, I want to say, where he's in the black costume, which is an homage to his original Spider-Man 1 cover. And we also have a Scarlet Spider Spider-Man variant as well. So it's going to be real confusing when they add Symbiote Spider-Man and Scarlet Spider to the game, and yet there's Spider-Man variants of Symbiote Spider-Man and Scarlet Spider. I've long said that I always thought it was a bad idea to have variants that are different characters, like Scarlet Spider for Spider-Man, like Throg for Thor, like Red Goblin for Green Goblin. Like, what's going to happen when they bring out a Red Goblin card and Green Goblin's got 4 Red Goblin variants? You know, it's going to be a little bit confusing. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see how they handle that. But still, iconic Spider-Man cover. Absolutely love to see. Variants with release dates. When I post this on YouTube, I'll put a link to this article in the video description. So you can go check these out and see what the release dates are. The card backs for the September season. Scarlet Spider, really cool. Classic Spidey, love it. And Infinite Classic Spidey, which I think this is better than the Infinite one. New emotes, Bully Spidey, Dark Dino, and Me and the Boys. These are album rewards. So yeah, so Galactus, okay, is an album reward by the looks. Datamind album. Oh, here we go. It's Flaviano Enjoyer. Oh dear. 700, 700, 1200, 1200, 1200, 700, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. So, the Galactus emote. You need to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 super rares. 9 1200 gold variants. So that's an expensive ass Galactus emote right there. That's a real shame. That's a real shame. We get another Pandora album, another Luca Claretti album. And these are the character albums that they were teasing for the Deadpool season. So all of the Deadpool variants. You get the reaction set for getting all 9 of 9, and then there's bonus variants. These were like season pass or bundles, right? So you can collect all 9 of the base ones that are just in the general pool, but you can also, if you have any of these bonus variants, then they add towards the total as well. So that's really interesting. Same with the Wolverine one. That was the Conquest variant, and the Season Pass variant, and a bundle variant. And these all count towards getting the Wolverine reaction set. So that's kind of cool. I mean, I'm looking at this. I think I've pretty much got all these. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got 6 of the Wolverine ones. I wonder if these count extra. Like if this counts for like 3 or 2. That'd be cool. Miss America gets an album as well. That's kind of cool. Wasn't expecting that. You get a Chavez reaction set as well. And then we get a bunch more new titles. Skimming through these. I'm not seeing anything that's really good yet. That's kind of okay. Marvel Messiah, I like that. None of these are all terrible. 2024 Conqueror of Snap. 2023 Conqueror of Snap. Why are we getting Datamined 2023 titles? I'm sorry. Are we time traveling? What is going on here, I wonder? That's really, I wonder if these are going to be like retroactive. Like if you got an Infinite Conquest Avatar border in 2023, they give you this title? I don't know. That's really strange. But all right, that looks to be like everything in September. Yes, Symbiote Spider-Man season with a new keyword. Very strong season pass card and some cool supporting cards as well. So yeah, very excited for that one. Very cool.